you guys doing?
That intro? That's a cool intro.
That is awesome. I like that.
Very nice.
We worked really hard on that.
Was that a whole 15 seconds? Was it a whole 15 seconds?
The whole 15 seconds took us 3 hours to make.
Exactly.
Well worth it though.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about my investigation at Harbor Village. It's over in Grove, Oklahoma. We were the second group to ever investigate the place. So
who's we?
it was it was the Midwest Mystery Tour. Y'all can check that out on Facebook. The guy that runs it, his name's David Glidden. I think that's his name.
It works.
Yeah. So he is the owner of Haunting History. He's on YouTube. So check him out. He has a private investigation there. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. Pretty haunted.
So when did you go to this?
So we went May 11th. It was a Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where did you say it was at? At Harbor Village, but where's Harbor Village at?
Harbor Village is in Grove, Oklahoma. It's it's like a pioneer museum. So I mean, it's huge. There's like 102 buildings there.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And some of it's downhill, so make sure you got your walking shoes if you check it out.
Okay. That sounds pretty neat. We'll have to check that one out.
Yeah. So how many people were at the? You said Midwest Mystery Tour.
Yeah. So it was a sold out event. I want to say there was probably about 16 of us.
Okay.
So, I mean, he had a pretty big turnout.
Okay.
How long was the investigation for?
So it was 7 to 2 in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you did a drive home afterwards.
No. We got a hotel room.
Smart.
Definitely got a hotel room. But yeah, from I want to say from 7 to 9, he does like a meet and greet.
Okay.
So he'll tell you the history about the place and what to expect during an investigation. Because some people that go, they've never been on an investigation.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, it's a great way to get your feet wet in investigations.
Definitely. If you want to check it out, or if you want to get into ghost hunting or whatever you want to do with ghosts.
Yep.
I'd say, what else do you do with ghosts besides hunt them? So
I don't know. People are weird.
So
Brad, you're supposed to be in here. Where you at, buddy?
Yeah.
Well, is it just us? Well, who's on there? First of all, I'm Robert. Thank you for having me on, just to let you guys know. And I'm looking to see who else is there. Okay. There's Matt. Okay, there's Evan. Hi, Pam. And who is missing? Thank you. Now I got it.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Oh, I guess introductions are in order.
Hey, somebody keep us in line. So, really quick, I guess for the viewers is, yes, we miss you, Brad. But Robert is part of the KAM team, the KAM family out there. So he's located in our northern area for, I guess, our region. But wanted to have him join us this week.
Yeah. So thanks for joining, Robert.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
The last investigation with Robert, it was a blast. Great guy. So we're glad you're here, Robert.
Thank you very much. And I feel welcome. Thank you.
You're always welcome to our podcast.
Careful, they might make you have to talk one day, so be careful.
Well, right now I'm just listening, waiting for me to jump in. So I have a question about this May 11th one that you guys investigation. What did you guys find? A lot of stuff. I know you said there was 16 people there, investigators with you guys. Was it crowded? Because I know when we go on investigations, we try to like break up in groups. With 16, that is a lot. How did they do it? I never been in a public one.
So there was two groups. David took one group, and then he had a guest. His name was Charles, and he took the other group. And then we split up to do two different areas. So one of us were on top of the hill, and then the other group was on the bottom of the hill. And so our first area was the saloon, and the saloon, one day that place is going to blow up with activity.
Why?
We're the second group to ever investigate. So obviously spirits aren't used to that. They're probably sitting there wondering why are y'all talking to us, or how are you talking to us, or any of that. And so me and David were actually talking, and we think that one day, if we can get so many paranormal investigators in there, the spirits will start getting used to it, and then they'll start communicating more, or they don't know our devices, like our REM pod. They don't know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
All they see is just a red light. What do you do when you see a red light? Stay away.
Usually hit the gas. Oh wait, that's yellow. Never mind.
That's a yellow. Yellow mean goes fast.
Sam, if you're hitting the gas at a red light,
I promise, Brad, I am not hitting gas at a red light if you're watching. But anyways, you were talking about I guess there was a lot of activity you were getting at the saloon, or what was going on there?
So you could definitely feel the energy in it. It was very heavy.
Okay.
There was one time where there was a few people that started feeling real nauseous and completely drained. I know I felt completely drained, like I was ready to take a nap. And so I walked out. I was doing an EVP, which is an electronic voice phenomenon.
Mm-hmm.
And so I stepped out to listen to that, and y'all won't believe what I called my EVP.
What'd you catch?
A lot of frogs.
Ah.
A lot of frogs. That's all you could hear. So the museum is right next to the lake.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all night you could just hear nothing but frogs.
So pretty much any recorders are just going to be out of the question there for anybody.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So you mentioned REM pod. What other kind of equipment did you have?
So I brought my candle.
Okay.
My candle's the EMF reader.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which electromagnetic. So if any spirits get close to it, because spirits need energy.
Yeah.
So if they get close to it, it'll flip on that light. So I put it on table, and it was going off a few times. Which we played with it, and I was like, I don't know what's really picking it up. And so we asked a few questions, and the candle would flicker on right after we answered questions. Where we were assuming that they were using it as a yes. But I wasn't real sure. And so we were like, all right, well, let's move on. Let's go to a different location. And so we went to the schoolhouse. And that place, that candle definitely, I knew there was something there messing with the candle. There was one time we asked if we were all insane for doing this. And immediately the candle lit up. And I was like, okay. All right. And we were just asking a few questions, and the candle would light up, and it would start flickering. So, was it ghostly? Maybe. To me, it sounded like it was, because when we were asking questions, it would light up as soon as we asked the questions.
Okay.
So
So you mentioned the saloon and schoolhouse. Were those the two locations that you went to there, or were there other ones as well?
There are a bunch of locations we went to.
How many overall do you think?
So there's 102 buildings there.
Wow.
That is a lot.
I think we investigated either 4 or 5.
Okay.
So because David went there previously, and he went to most of the buildings, and he only got activity on a few locations. So it's like, we're going to hit these locations, and then we're going to try our best. And so after Schoolhouse, we went to the Doll House. This place was full of dolls.
Creepy.
And I mean full.
Okay.
I thought
And
I was thinking the other way, like, adult place full of dolls. No, I'm just joking. But did you guys catch anything there in the doll place?
Actually, you have that video, don't you?
I do have a video.
Oh.
I do have a video. So if you're using headphones, you'll probably hear it a lot better. If not, just listen closely. So at the beginning is we turn Spirit Box on, and you could hear, sounds like a little boy's voice. And then the second video, you could hear like a mumble over our Spirit Box.
Okay.
Which is, I didn't hear it. Only 2 people heard it. I didn't hear it, but luckily I caught it on camera. So let me play that real quick.
I heard definitely right there. Can you say hello again? Is this 10?
And then in the next video,
Huh? Somebody say something?
No.
No.
Oh,
Nobody said anything?
no.
I heard it.
Who went?
I heard somebody say something.
Somebody went, ooh.
Yeah.
None of y'all did that?
No.
No.
so yeah, I don't know if y'all actually heard that. I know it went by really quick.
I heard that the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. We were thinking that it was someone's phone vibrating on the floor, but it was so loud that you could hear it over the Spirit Box. I don't think you'd be able to hear a phone vibrate over that Spirit Box. Y'all know the Spirit Box are loud.
Oh yeah, those are really loud.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like literally constant static that you're hearing, and for you to hear a mumble like that over Spirit Box, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
But what's weird is like only like a few people heard it though.
Right. Yeah.
Like as loud as
3
what the
people
Spirit
heard
Box
it.
is, and only 3 people heard it. Like that's wild.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wonder how many people there they've never, because if it's a lot of them first time there, they might not know what they're listening for, or really how to ignore the static or that unnecessary noise. I mean, because it takes a trained ear to do it. So I know I have problems at time trying to block everything else out. So
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, we left there. We went to the military area,
Okay.
and which is a really long hallway. I mean, it's really long. And so we weren't getting a whole lot there. I mean, you could feel a breeze, but the way that these buildings were set up, I picture kind of like a barn.
Okay.
I mean, you're inside of an area, but it's not insulated.
mm-hmm.
I mean, the walls weren't great, but we could definitely feel airflow coming through, and like a huge temperature change. And so Dave turned on his Spirit Box, and he said, "Could you come over here and talking to this box, and then you can hear a man's voice say, "Which one?" And then right after that happened, we both heard a rock get thrown at a glass case like right next to us.
Wow.
That is
Tell me you caught that.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
My camera died.
oh,
I had full battery on my camera, full battery on my my little cube IR light.
Yep.
That thing got drained.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I mean,
Had that happen before.
I had that happen lots. So yeah.
it drained, and that was it. There goes my camera. Some people said at the end of the hallway they saw a shadow move by.
Okay.
really?
I didn't see it, so I can't say if it really happened or not. But yeah.
What? So how many people had cameras there? How many?
I was the
people
only
had-
one filming.
Really? Okay.
Mm-hmm. No, I was the only one that filmed. Which
Did,
I hate filming.
Did David ask everybody to turn their phones on airplane or anything like that?
When we were in a schoolhouse, when we were real iffy about my candle, we turned all of our phones on airplane mode, and we were still getting responses.
Okay.
So
Is that the same camera that we took to the Clayton house that wouldn't work for us? Or?
yeah, it works now. Works great. Yeah, I know. We tried using it at the Clayton house, and it would not work at all. It wouldn't even turn on.
Wow. I know you used it at the Air Museum, and we got some response. The helicopter and the.
You're talking about the candle.
The candle, yeah, and the helicopter in the back room as well. So
yeah.
I like that piece of tool. It's a pretty neat one.
Yeah, because back in the day, a lot of them only used candles.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured, hey, let's try out this candle. Maybe something that they're used to.
Yeah.
So come over here and light this candle for me.
Yeah.
And they did.
Yeah.
They definitely did. And then after that, David decided to do his experiment.
Okay, so what do you mean his experiment? Does he typically do experiments?
Every tour he does a experiment.
Okay, do you know what the experiment is beforehand, or is it kind of
Surprise.
Okay? It's a mystery tour.
It's a mystery tour. Okay, got it.
Yeah, it's a mystery.
So what was his experiment
So
at Harbor Village?
Because y'all know last time we did the Estes method at Carpenter's at the tour. Yeah. So this one, I don't know what he was thinking, but he said, hey, let's try and open up a portal. Oh. I was like,
I'm like,
come on, man. All right, let's do it. And so what he did was there is a jailhouse, there's an old jail cell in there. These buildings aren't very big. They'll fit some of them will fit maybe 2 people. I mean, they're not big. Some of them you get your whole group in. And so what he did was he put you in a jail cell, sitting in a chair, staring at a mirror.
Okay, sure. Okay. So let's open a portal in jailhouse for, terrible people stay.
Yeah.
Great idea.
Yeah. Great idea. Thanks, David.
Sign me up. I'll be like, I'm there.
And so what he did was he played different frequencies.
Okay.
And he said, you have 15 minutes, stare into this mirror, and let me know what you see. Luckily, his speaker died before I got a chance to go.
Oh, dang.
And no backup battery? Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He's like, my speaker died. I was like, that's fine. Maybe next time.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So did anybody have any experiences when they were doing that, or?
Some people said that their face started to get large. One lady said she saw something black go past her eyes, and so a lot of people said the same thing happened to them.
Wow.
So
Wow.
which is really interesting because he told everyone, he's like, don't tell anybody what happened. We'll
Mhm.
talk about it at the end. And everyone talked about it, and everyone pretty much had the same response. What happened?
That's neat.
Interesting. Yeah.
And so,
Except for you.
Yeah. So, did you guys close the portal or did you guys leave it open?
I wasn't there for the portal, so I don't know what he did. I was somewhere else investigating.
Yeah.
I was minding my own business.
Sounds like there could be an open portal left at
Yeah.
the jail.
Yeah,
It's gonna be really haunted now.
Right.
yeah.
Yep.
And of
got
course,
your wish. You got your wish for next time.
Devin reached out to them, so trying to get us in there to do a private investigation. So guess where I'm not going?
I don't know, Matt. You want to go first?
No, I'm good.
Actually, we'll put you in a cell and we'll lock you up.
But it won't be the one that was the portal.
Yeah,
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
we won't tell you. Even though there's only one cell in there, but we won't tell you which one it is.
Well, that would be pretty awesome then if we could, potentially get out there and investigate it. I mean, it sounds massive.
Yeah, I definitely want to go back. Like I said, I think that place is going to explode with activity one day.
So, I was going to say, besides, so I know you said REM pod, candle, radio, whatnot, of course, camera, but what else did you guys use there? Or was there something that you wish you would have brought with you to investigate with?
So all we used was the REM pod, the cat balls,
Okay.
and the spirit box, and EVP.
Okay. Any activity with the cat balls?
No activity, which is kind of strange because every time you go on an investigation, someone that's somewhat active, you always get cat ball activity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like that's like the first thing that would normally goes off. I mean, it does for us anyway. I don't know about y'all, but a lot of times when it's a slow night, you're getting a few activity. The cat balls always go off.
Yeah.
I guess they just like the cat balls.
Okay.
So, but you could definitely feel the energy in that place. Like every building that we went into, you could feel the energy. So I know, Robert, you're sensitive to energy.
Yes.
You want to explain how you feel during that?
Yeah. Okay. So when we were at the Air Museum, we went into a room, one of the buildings, and I couldn't go in there because. So what happens to me is when I walk in there, I can't breathe. My breathing starts rapidly going, and I have to sit back, like just stand back against a wall because I feel like there's stuff around me. My face goes numb, my arms go numb, and it is not a heart attack or a stroke or anything like that. but what I feel is just like I'm very sensitive to a lot of places that we do get activities in there. So is it a spirit? They're spirits, yes. And I pretty much stay back in the room and I tell everybody else, hey, that room, I cannot go in there. And the team will go in there because I said, don't go in there. And we do get some good stuff in there sometimes, but it's just a feeling that I get static. I feel all the energy. And like I said, I go numb from my nose to my face to my mouth and all that. I feel like just numb, like little needles, like when you sit on or you're leaning on your hand or your leg
And it goes to sleep.
Yeah, it goes to sleep, but it happens on my nose and then on my face, and then I can feel it go up and down my hands.
Oh
So
wow!
pretty much,
wow.
yes. So I feel it, and half the time I always have to be. Anytime that I go into a room like that, I have to stand against the wall because I don't know what's going to come from behind me, if I'm going to be attacked or if anything like that's going to happen. So Pam, you were in there when I was against the wall, saying
Mhm.
I can't be in an open area. I got to be where I know that there's something there that, you know, I'm not going to get followed or attacked from behind.
Well, I was
So
going to say it was kind of like the same thing. We were at the Dilger house too.
yeah,
When we went in the basement.
yeah,
You were having that same type of feeling.
yes, yes, and it's a good. It's kind of creepy at the same time. It's kind of cool, but creepy at the same time because when you walk in a room and it's like you could just feel the energy, just electricity going. I know that you guys did that test where you guys had the electric when you guys electrified the room. What is it called?
Tesla coil.
Yeah, it's a coil.
Yeah.
Imagine that, but in a human. Like I could feel that electricity. I could feel it. Like when you turn it on, I could feel it worse. Like I could feel it. Like I could hear that when it's going. I could feel all that energy
Oh,
going
wow.
through me. Yeah. So it doesn't hurt, but it just feels different. So I
It
like it.
is. I was going to say, Robert, it makes me kind of wonder if we should have like a code word, like if you're having that feeling and it's not like something that like you're having a heart attack, be like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. We know
Yeah.
that it's not.
Well, we can make it easier for me. I could
Hey,
just
Amy.
say,
Hey, Amy.
"Oh, hi, Amy. I can't. Okay, I can't see her, but hello." No, but it is. It's a different feeling, and we could use watermelon. That's a better one. Watermelon.
Watermelon. Okay.
Watermelon.
Yeah.
Watermelon.
So,
Watermelon.
random fact about watermelon for the day: if you're ever having to like sing a song and you don't know the words, and if you just mouth watermelon over and over again, it looks like you're actually singing to the song.
Yeah, that's
So
funny.
everybody's gonna try that.
The more you know.
Yeah.
So that's my experience. I don't know. Here's a great question for everybody in the room right now. Have you ever been into a room where it's like, man, this room feels so much different than the other rooms that I came from?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See, that is, if you just think that and it's just a different feeling,
Mm-hmm.
that is pretty much like 30 times more what you feel when you're that sensitive. Like, whoa, it's like, oh, there's something in here, you know. Unfortunately, like I said, I'm not, I don't know. I'm still learning. At the same time, it's just, it freaks me out the first time that I had it, and I was just like, whoa, what is this? And you know, that's the only feeling that I have for it.
See, I always feel like heavy and pressure in my chest.
Mm.
That's what I get. I think you do too, Matt. Right?
Yeah, like it kind of gets not really hard to breathe. Just you can definitely tell like the atmosphere's changed. And then like that room in Clayton House that we went to, I just felt like a real big like pit in my stomach. Like it just
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't
I know
like,
when we
kind
were
of
at
worse than like
Carpenter's.
butterflies.
When we were at Carpenter's, when we were in the room with the nun, it felt like we were inside of a tent, like a small tent.
Oh,
Like just the sound of it, and like that feeling that you're inside of the tent. You can't really hear very well. I guess I don't know. It's hard to explain being inside of a tent. I guess.
or
But
breathing. Like so many people in there, you can't breathe.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Hey, I don't want to be rude or anything like that. I'll be right back. I gotta go let my dog out before we go to sleep. And
dogs are important.
yeah, and then I got to give my wife a kiss goodnight. Well, she's going to be going to bed. Okay? So I'll be right back.
That's a neat conversation. I think
Yeah.
we need to like dive deeper with Robert on
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all have another guy on y'all's team that's like that too, right?
Yeah, so we have George, who I don't think either of you met.
No.
He's in St. Louis area, and
I would say he probably experiences it a little different.
Yeah,
So,
from what we've heard, how he's explained it, it's a little bit different from him. So it'd be neat to compare and contrast the two and see if they kind of experience the same kind of things. But,
For sure.
I can say that I've never had like the pit in my stomach or the heavy feeling on my chest. I've gone into places and it feels like it's gotten darker. Like I don't know if you've ever experienced that. Like you're in a dark room already, and all of a sudden it feels like it's pitch black. You can't see anything, and the hair on the back of my neck will stand up, and I'll just get chills. But that's probably about the most that I've experienced.
Yeah, I'd probably say I'm not sensitive at all. I'm just a cold-hearted, fill in the rest of it. So I'm not sensitive.
Because I know when we were at Clayton House, when we did a tour, we didn't really feel anything. And then there was the parlor that we walked into. And me and Matt both felt it felt off.
Well, even during the tour, like the parlor felt different, but the dining room was really weird for me. Like just walking through that threshold, like just through the door, like it felt like two different, almost like two different worlds type feeling. Like you had out in the hallway is just like how a normal house would feel with the AC off and everything. And then once I stepped into that dining room, like it was completely different. Like I had to step back out and then step back in just to make sure I was feeling what I was feeling.
Oh wow!
So,
I'm really kind of curious with the viewers if any of them have ever had that experience as well too. I think that'd be really interesting to see is what's if the viewers have that same type of experiences.
Yeah, definitely. Leave a comment. Let us know.
It's funny when we did the Clayton House, the kitchen or the dining room, I guess, was really our base of operations there. So
really?
Filled and what you guys are explaining. I think it was the upstairs bedrooms that kind of felt really dark and not dark, but that's where all the activity was at when we were there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
See, we tried to get a lot of activity upstairs. Like, what was her name? Jennifer, right? I don't want to mess up the name. She was saying that, so like when you walk up the stairs, it's the last door on the right. There's a closet right there that they keep a chair and a doll. She says she moved that one day and forgot to move it back, and the door had like opened up and everything. So I was like, cool. So as soon as we got to investigating, I went upstairs, I moved that doll, that chair and all that, and then I set a camera up. Nothing. I was like, dang, I was really hoping I was going to get at least something. But
yeah, we heard some knocks up there. And we didn't do it. Somebody else. We were on a public investigation as well. But somebody did the mag light trick, right? So they put the mag light down on the dresser, and they had it turned a little bit and said, "Hey, can you turn this on?" We were just all sitting on the floor, and it would just randomly come on and go off throughout the night. So that happened quite a few times. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I wish we kind of experienced stuff like that there.
right.
So, anyways, back to Harbor Village. What else happened?
So we had a skeptic there.
Ah,
Really?
We did. Her name was Emily, and she didn't believe any of it. And so we went to when everyone was doing the experiment, we all split up and we just went to investigate wherever we wanted. I wanted to go back to the schoolhouse. So we were sitting in the schoolhouse, and I flipped on my spirit box, and we were getting a few responses. I think I asked, like, how many people are in the room? And it said 8, and there was 8 of us. And I thought that was cool. And then we're in the school, so I said, what's 2 plus 2? And I got a 4.
Oh.
And she's like, well, you're just hearing numbers through the spirit box. And I was like...
It's kind of fun always having a skeptic with you, though.
Yeah. And then I was like, all right, how about this? I said, hey, this is Emily behind me. Can you say her name? It goes, Emily.
Really?
Yeah. It said Emily.
Oh, I would have loved to have seen that expression.
She was like, I didn't hear my name. It could have been a coincidence. Like, you have proof right here in front of you, but you still don't want to believe. I mean, that's fine. I don't care, but it's right here. Take it as you will. So, but yeah, that's about it at the Harbor Village. After that, we went back to the saloon. Nothing really happened there. We tried Spirit Box, we tried Rim Pod, but
So
nothing.
let me ask you this: in the saloon, did you guys try any trigger objects, as in shot glasses, even a bottle of whiskey, anything like that? It might, bring out the spirits more when you have anything like that.
So we didn't have any trigger objects, but we were acting like we were in a saloon, like playing poker.
Okay.
I even called out one guy for cheating, saying, "Hey, you're cheating cards," hoping that something will happen.
Yeah.
But no, not really a whole lot. Now this place is full of mannequins, and I mean full of mannequins. And so I was wondering if y'all think spirits would be attached to these mannequins, thinking they miss having a body. And so they would attach themselves to these mannequins, thinking, well, this is my body now, even though it's not really my body, but this is where I want to stay. And
Inside the mannequins?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I guess for me, it'd be, do they realize that they're dead?
Yeah.
I don't know, because that's $1 million question. Because I never died. Have you ever died, Pam?
Nope.
No, right? So we don't know how it is. So, and I guess this is why I do investigation, because you always have those questions, like, who are you? So even if you go into an investigation, a place, the only thing you could really tell them is, hey, I'm not here to disturb you. This is where you guys are at. We're just here to, document, stuff. That's all we could do. So is it possible? Yes. Can something get into a mannequin and think, oh, this is my body now? Yes, because that's how they come up with that movie Chucky and all this other stuff. You just got to think of it that way. It takes imagination. It takes a lot of mind over matter, I guess. And with that being said, is it possible? Yes. Has it been documented that we know that, hey, Joe Schmuckatelli's in this mannequin over here, so everybody say hi to Joe, because we don't know the names of the people. All we have to do, because ideally you think about investigations, we don't know who they are. It could just be somebody, because spirits come out whenever they want to. Spirits just, why are they here? We don't know. That's one of the reasons why I do investigations. So there's a lot of different stuff, but I'm not saying that you're wrong for believing that, because that's, it is possible, but I don't know if we're going to be able to know, hey, is this Ray? Or I'm using that because Ray was one of the gentlemen at the airport museum. So you got to think about stuff like that. Well, we don't know who it is. Will we like it to be Ray? Yes. I never met Ray. I would like to meet Ray for reals, but unfortunately, we don't know who it is. But he was touching lights. He was doing all this stuff, and you could feel energy in there. And do we know what the energy is coming from? No. Could it be? And this is all those people that think other things, like, oh, you're just making it say Emily, Skeptics. Those are people that just they're not sure about the truth, or they don't want to hear the truth, and they just want to say, nope, it's not true. So that's things that you really, when you go into investigation, you really just got to be like, just like you guys said last weekend, it's like fishing. You never know when you're going to get a bite. You never know when you're going to catch the big one. That's my personal thing about it, everything. But yes, mannequins, yes, it could be possible, but highly doubtful because they'll be moving it and playing poker and asking for.
Well, and so Rob, you actually kind of touched on something I was thinking about was, you always hear the claims of a mannequin moved, something moved, and that actually could lead to why it potentially moved. Maybe it is like taking that possession of it, and the mannequin moved
Yes.
because something is attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
I
that's.
think, oh yeah, sorry.
Well, I was just gonna back that up. That's why you do have attachments,
Mhm.
especially if you do have like trigger objects or anything like that, or if everybody likes to go antique shopping. Well, I'm at that age too where now I'm starting to get more into it. You
I
never
love
know.
antiquing. That's where all my stuff came from antique.
Yeah. So that's the whole thing about with attachments. It could be attached to it. So like if you buy, I don't know, what's his name, Zach from I don't remember his show on TV, but it's always on Travel Network.
Yeah.
He has that
Mhm.
museum out there, and he has all those things that are they're all attached. Well, okay, but do we know who they really are?
Right.
Or is it just something else that we don't know? And I guess that's a great thing about doing this. And this is, like I said, it's a great experience when you do catch something phenomenal, like an orb hitting someone in the face, and wiping it off.
Yeah.
Emma. I didn't see it with my real eyes, but when I went through the video, I saw it. I was like, that just did not happen. She like literally wiped her face off. You
So
know,
let's give a little content in there. So we were at, where was it?
So we're at the historic Ozark Morgue,
Mark.
Ozark,
Yes.
Missouri.
It's an Airbnb that you can rent out for the night. And so we did it as a
Oh.
group. And that's when he was talking about Emma, one of our investigators, had that happen with her.
Yeah. So that's stuff that I always say. It's there's something out there.
Yeah.
And that's why we go and investigate. It's fun. It's a great hobby. Expensive. It's an expensive hobby too.
It is, yeah.
So,
Yeah, it is.
So AJ, I was going to ask the going back to the whole mannequin thing. The mannequin has on like old historic clothing, like from the period, right? Like true.
Yeah.
It's not like recreation stuff. It's like the true kind of article.
That I don't know.
Okay, I was going to say
Possibly.
Possibly. Yeah, if it's like true stuff, there could be attachments just to that in the museum all over the place. Like, yeah.
That museum has over 100,000 artifacts.
Oh wow.
wow, that's a lot.
It is.
Yeah.
That is a lot. Yeah, that is a lot.
So
man, we gotta get more video cameras there. I'm down to go.
Definitely.
Batteries too.
Backup batteries.
Yeah, I'll bring backup batteries too.
oh yeah.
I guess it has power, right, AJ? I mean, is there electricity in the buildings, or is it?
The only power is in the gift shop and like the meeting area.
Okay.
I don't think it'd be historically accurate then, would it?
I was
Yeah. No bathrooms.
Good. That's actually good that it doesn't have power.
Lakes that way. But no, so I think she'll turn on the power, and then when it's time to investigate, she'll just kill the power, and it kills everything.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was thinking how y'all were going to run y'all's cameras like y'all normally do.
We have battery backups.
We have some backups, yeah. So,
because I mean, the place is big.
Yeah.
Hope you got enough wire for your cameras.
We'll see.
I mean, come on. If we can do 2 hangers and get wiring cameras going, I think we might be okay.
Yeah. Oh, and then we were at the military part, and the guide that was with us, because they had to have a guide with us at all times, because I mean, 100,000 artifacts. And if I owned that place and I had that many artifacts, I would definitely want somebody keeping an eye. But I mean, they mind their own business, so it was all good. But she was standing. We got into the military area, and she was like kind of behind us, and she felt something pull her hair. So,
did she say if that happens often?
mm-mm.
Okay.
Because I asked her, I was like, I mean, do you get any experiences here, like working here? And she's like, I do a little bit, but I don't pay attention to it.
Okay.
And I was like, maybe they're trying to communicate. He said no, and they carried on.
Yeah, that's so. And you guys had everything from that location. You guys knew the history. I'm not talking about the ghosts, but the history of the location that you guys were at. You had the history of what was there. Anything like that when you guys started out?
I think everything was brought in.
Okay.
I don't
So-
think it was actually a village. I think they just like brought everything in and built it to look like a village and then opened it up. But
Yeah.
like we were talking about with like the mannequins, a lot of spirits can attach themselves to these artifacts.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
which
All
is
right.
really-
So I think I want to go now.
We're working on it.
Yeah.
Add it
Matt,
to
do you have a picture of that map? Do we have a picture of the map?
No, but I can pull it up real quick.
Okay. Yeah. But anyways, we went to the medical building. I didn't investigate the medical building. I actually left the candle because the candle was the only thing that was really working. I left the candle into the meeting room, whatever. So I walked all the way over there to get the candle. And I was like, you know what? The other group is in the schoolhouse and in the saloon. So I'll just bring them the candle. Since we were getting activity with it, I want them to at least experience something. So I took it over there. And then I walked all the way back and I was already huffing and puffing because I had to walk up a hill. And they were like, man, you just missed it. We were hearing like breathing. Like it sounded like somebody was wearing oxygen and they were like breathing. And I was sitting there like, dang, I missed it. And then I was like, you sure it wasn't me walking up this hill? I mean, I was breathing pretty hard because they were still investigating. I sat outside because I was breathing so dang hard that I didn't want to interrupt them. So I was like, oh, I'll just hang out here. But then we went back in there. There was like 3 of us that went back in there, and we didn't really catch anything in there, unfortunately. But hopefully when we go back, we get experience everywhere.
You'll have to.
Because, I mean,
I was going to say, you have to put a list together of things of like trigger objects or stuff for, you know, to make sure we have this or this or this, or we need to bring this piece of equipment with us, you know, so that way we don't miss anything.
Yeah. Right. So, I mean, it could be a whole new ball game when we go.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyways, yeah. But that's really about it at Harbor Village.
Is this the map you were talking about?
Yeah, that's the map.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
Yeah,
it's busy.
Yeah.
So, what numbers were you at?
So we did 93. 93 is the medical building. 15 was the school. So you have to see how far away that walk was for me.
That is a walk.
And then we went to what is it? 54, 58. That's the military.
It's almost like Roswell, though. I'm looking for 54 and 58. Okay, down here.
Right in the middle. That's the military.
Yeah.
And then I don't see the saloon, but I want to say it was like 10, 12, 13.
Okay.
So yeah, those two were close together, and that's where we got most of the activity.
Okay.
So
that's a
huge. That's definitely a lot of walking.
Yeah.
And what's bad is where 19 is, the church, 1920, that's all at the bottom of the hill.
Wow.
And I mean, it was a steep hill.
So no golf carts, I guess.
No. No. Unfortunately, no.
Well, if we want to like fit with the times, we need a horse instead, like horse and buggy.
Yeah.
That's right. Sugar object.
Yeah.
Which, if you look, where is it at? 89, they got stagecoaches, so we'll just steal one of those.
Okay.
Nice.
So,
Neat.
anyways, yeah.
Yeah. Looks like a great location.
Yeah. I mean, even if you go during the day when it's open, I mean, I would love to check it out when they're running.
Yep.
Mhm.
See, to me, when I pulled into the parking lot, I was like, I'm at Silver Dollar City.
Yeah.
So where's the rides? Let's go. And they were like, well, we didn't want to really be like Silver Dollar City. And I'm like, you're Silver Dollar City. So, but other than that, I mean, that was our night.
Well, sounds like
Hopped in the car, went to bed. So,
How many hours for you to get there?
I think it took me about 2 hours.
Oh, okay, not too bad.
So,
Not too bad.
yeah, it's not. I mean, it's right there on the corner of Missouri, Arkansas, and Arkansas.
Oh, okay.
So, and the museum's like in the middle of nowhere. So, you definitely don't have all of that noise, vehicle noise, people outside yelling at each other, fighting.
Just a bunch of frogs.
Yeah, just a bunch of frogs.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't be bad to go in the fall time to investigate it, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot
Probably
of
at that.
bugs.
Yeah,
A lot of bees.
Mhm.
and barking spiders probably going on at that time because football starts and a lot of stuff going on there. So,
Yeah.
I'm trying to be funny. You're all like, what? Barking
Yeah.
spiders.
So, anyways, any news with Cam? Anything coming up?
So we have an investigation Memorial Day weekend, so the 26th, I believe,
Mhm.
Saturday the 26th. If that's the right date. Yeah, we're doing Ray County Museum in Richmond, Missouri. So it's just north of Independence, Missouri, I believe. Is that right, Robert?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, looking forward to that one. It's a small museum, so it's going to be a lot smaller than our previous location, but it has a lot of history in there. So lots of going blank military history and just history from the surrounding, I guch, county.
Yes.
Yeah, Robert, if you want to talk about it, you've actually been on site.
He's our
Yeah.
local historian.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but I did go there, and everywhere from the Civil War to Vietnam with the military, Desert Storm. They have a bunch of stuff in there. They have one room where the local farmers in that area, uh, they were mad at Ray County because they were selling off their farmland. So in that room, I already felt like pressure, like people were angry, and she's like, and it was crazy because she turned around and she tells me, I go, why does it feel like there's so many people in here angry? And she's like, those are all the farmers that were in the area that were losing their farms and they're upset and all. And I was like, ooh, so there's a lot of history there. They have a jail cell, 2 jail cells downstairs. They used it for, I guess, people like on like Section 8 for families that didn't have no place to live. They made a section for women and children, and then men were on the other side. They have a sliding door to where they separated the place. So there's a lot. Me walking in there, I was there. I thought I was only there 10 minutes, but I was in there an hour. And talking to a lady, I was like, oh, well, I'm going to let you go because you guys are closing in like 15 minutes. She goes, no, we were supposed to be closing about 45 minutes ago. And I was like, wow. So it's a big place. Actually, 3 levels. And the museum is actually, the building is actually like an airplane. So you have like, the way it is shaped and all that stuff, like, so you have 2 wings, one goes the other way, left and right, and then you go down a little bit and it breaks off 2 little rooms, and all that stuff. So there's a lot of good stuff in there. Sorry, I'm moving around and I'm using my hands a lot, so I
I
do
do the same
apologize.
thing. I talk with my hands.
Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting place. And hopefully she'll let me get her some food so we could get in there earlier.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to that one. It's going to be a good investigation. I think we have it from 7 to 1, so it's going to be shorter, but hopefully it's worth it. So
Is she actually going to give us a tour beforehand?
Yes, I did talk to her, and she said that, well, she likes to talk just like me when I'm in person and all that stuff. So she will give you the whole history, and she'll walk with you and tell you every single artifact that's in there, where this came from. This is from this Indian village, and blah blah blah. There's a lot of stuff. Even they have a mammoth bone in there that they found in the area. So very interesting there. Hopefully we catch Fred Flintstone and Barney Rubble. So but other than that, it's going to be a great investigation. And if you guys tune in, hopefully this time we could go live.
I won't forget my phone.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's a great place. Like I said, it's a great place, even not to even do an investigation, but just to go visit. It helps the county out. It actually helps the museum out, just like the airplane museum and all that stuff. Everything that we're doing is for them, and they need money just like us, but I guess they need it more because they're actually running. And other than that, it's going to be a great investigation.
Yeah.
I would say other than Ray, I think we have a couple of other things in the works, but nothing solid yet. So
Yeah.
We did. So just a plug here. We created a Facebook page just so we could start live streaming to it. We found out we couldn't do that to the group. So if you haven't already, please go out, like the page, follow us on YouTube, all that kind of good stuff.
Share it with your friends and family.
So you can stay up to date on what we do.
Yeah.
Sweet. I feel like a lot of these military locations are pretty active.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which makes the Arkansas Military Museum that we're going to go to even that much more enticing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
If we can ever get to it.
So
Yes,
take trigger objects. I know they're going to have some there, but I would take the stuff that they eat. You know how they have the little packages. You go to
The MREs and all that?
yes. Take stuff like that, and take some cards. Take just to trigger a lot of activities to start up. Maybe that was something that they like. Just like we use the cigarettes for them over there at the airplane museum. It's just trigger objects sometimes do trigger them to say like, oh yeah, I remember what that tastes like, and
yeah. I don't know if I want to take MREs because I never hear good things about those. I don't want to make them mad.
yeah, which is true.
What is this garbage?
You might get a response that way,
Yeah.
So what about you guys? You have anything coming up?
So we do.
Ah.
Matt doesn't know yet, but
I was going to say, we do.
We are going to the Italian restaurant.
What time's dinner?
Right.
Where is the Italian restaurant? Tell us
The
about
Italian restaurant is in the historic area in Fort Smith.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
It's got a basement for Matt.
Yeah.
I don't know any history about it yet.
Okay.
I went by there today, and the guy was like, "Yeah, after prom and graduation, we can figure something out and get y'all in here." So I know nothing about it.
Interested in the Italian restaurant. I'm
Yeah,
really
to find
curious.
it, yeah.
So I don't know if that's a conversation for later, but I'm really interested in it.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
I
We
know
don't have a
nothing
date
about
yet, do we?
No, not
Oh,
yet.
okay.
But he said we can get in there, so
Neat.
I think we're gonna stop by, get dinner, and then investigate after dinner.
Or we could just eat there and then just,
Yeah.
we'll just go ahead and have dinner, wait till closing time, do our investigating and all that. So,
Mm.
Yeah.
I go hide in the restroom and wait till everybody closes up. Let's just go do it.
There's a
Oh,
ghost in the refrigerator. Start cooking.
You're sitting there eating dessert.
Yeah.
yeah.
It was like this when I found it.
Mm.
It wasn't us. So I don't know how active that place is. So, people say, oh, yeah, that place is haunted. Yeah. But, it's different when you're a paranormal investigator.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because,
How much is legend and stories like, oh, the wind was blowing and my hair moved,
Right.
exactly.
Or just, bad electrical or bad plumbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff.
I saw a shadow by the window.
Yeah.
Was it during the day? Did a car go by?
So we actually
we-
have
What's
we
up?
actually have another place that we're going to in June. The tuberculosis center,
Oh yeah,
the Midwest
yeah.
mystery
We're
tour.
gonna do another mystery
We're
tour
going to that one
there.
too.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So,
I've heard that
Excited
place is
about
pretty
that one.
active, so
Yeah.
we'll find out.
well, that and that picture that Dave sent us
Yeah.
with the supposedly person standing down at the end of the hallway.
Yes.
I think that's actually one of the most well-preserved tuberculosis sanatoriums in the country.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
I did not know that.
So I've heard some really good things from a few different teams that have investigated that place. You'll have to let us know what you get there. I'm really excited to hear about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's
from
gonna be a
what-
hot one.
Yeah.
From what
Sure.
Dave's been saying, he's like, it's like a 10 on the crazy scale. So I'm
Oh.
like, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Bring
So-
fans.
So it's not
Right.
even. Well, wait. That's what I was going to ask. So is it abandoned? Is it closed down? Is there power in there? Is there AC in there?
They still
So,
work in the.
All I know is
basement area.
the first floor is still
Yeah.
a working campus, but everything above that, I'm not real sure.
Ah.
I've heard
I guess not.
derelict. Yeah. So it's. I mean, they're not. It's not in use, right? And I don't know if they've really preserved it. It's kind of, like the paint's coming off the wall, that kind of stuff. So I don't think there's any
An abandoned asylum or anything like that. Like,
It's kind of, I mean, it looks like you can pull up some pictures online. You have to really search for them. They're hard to find, but you can find some interior pictures of it. So, yeah.
Interesting.
So
That is very interesting. I think I'm going to go out there now and start. I'm not going to use YouTube because that's a rabbit hole in itself. But I think I'll go in there and just start searching it. That's something interesting. You guys are very lucky.
hmm I didn't even know it existed. I didn't know we
Yeah.
had a TV sanatorium.
Mm.
I'd say in Arkansas, it seems like there's a lot of places that aren't as well known, especially in the haunted world, that the public really knows about. So it's neat hearing about these things and
Yeah.
knowing people to get to go into them and investigate them.
Yep.
And they're pretty strict about who they let in there too, aren't they?
Yeah.
Strict about that, and then also just what can be shared about it too. That's why it's so hard finding it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes sense. I guess because it's a working campus, they don't want people just to show up.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. So, anyways, yeah, that's really it for us.
Fun.
We're trying to do a public investigation beginning of October at the national. I don't know why I keep calling it national. The Fort Smith Museum of History.
Mm.
It national. It is not national, fortunately. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna try to get in there, do a investigation, and then do a public event around Halloween.
Nice. Yeah, definitely let us know what that is. We'll have to come down and
We can play guest.
We're gonna put you all to work.
We'll help out. Yeah.
All right, KAM Paranormal. You're gonna take this group. Y'all are going down to the basement.
There we go. We'll go to the basement. Yeah.
Just remember, when we need roadies, we'll contact you guys too.
Yes.
So. You've seen our
For sure.
equipment.
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure.
So, anyways, yeah, that's it for us. So,
Awesome.
Cool. Exciting plans. Yeah.
Yep.
all right.
And
Well,
I was gonna say real quick before we go, just let you know that if we do go help you guys, you can go ahead and just serve us some of that Italian food.
yeah, right.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh man. But anyways, yeah. Don't forget, Auntie Hanger.
Yep. We still don't have any new information yet. We need to get with Lacey just to iron out the details. But October 26th is the big date. It's going to start at 6 p.m. and we will go as long as there's activity. So hopefully we'll be there a while and it'll be a good time. So looking forward to it.
You do not want to miss this one. You definitely want to go that one. If you ever decide you're going to go something, that is the place to go.
Yeah, it's a pretty amazing location. Just it's worth checking out. Outside of that, just go in the day, support the local museum. Lots of interesting, neat planes and all kinds of military exhibits inside. So definitely worth your time.
They also have a really fun gift shop. So you know.
Oh yeah. Make sure you bring a cup with you.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's it for us.
Awesome.
We're gonna get out of here.
All right. You guys have a good night.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
You too.
So make sure you like, subscribe.
Yep.
Awesome. Peace
All right.
out.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.